In this video, I'm going to be sharing my favorite leg workout. My first day of doing these exercises, I put too much weight, too much reps, and the next day I felt it. I could barely walk, I was super sore. So make sure you understand where you should be starting so that you don't potentially injure yourself or make the next day completely miserable. The first exercise is targeted for your quads. However, I give multiple different options for you to do. That way you can either do it from the comfort of your home, you can do it at the gym, whatever your circumstances are. So the first exercise for your quads is quad TikToks, and that's where you're on your knees and you are leaning back as far as you can and pulling back up without breaking your straight line. Make sure to engage your glutes so that you don't break that straight line. The second option that you can do is use a leg machine. They're there to help, so use it. If you have a gym near you that you have a membership to, make sure you're using those resources. I have a gym in my apartment complex, so I make sure to use it as much as I can, and that's what I've been doing. But I make sure that you also have the quad TikToks if you do not have that option. Now, I'm not gonna give you a certain amount of reps that you should do, I'll just give suggestions. But the first thing is sets. I suggest that you do around 3 and reach the point where you're fatiguing your muscles each time. If it's way too easy to do 20 reps each set, then it's about time to challenge yourself. And how you can challenge yourself is by adding more weight, adding bands, using a machine and add weight there, or even just adding more reps or sets to make it more difficult for you. Now, the second group of exercises is to target your hamstrings. The first exercise is hamstring Nordic curls. This is where you're on your knees again, and then you're leaning forward as far as you can, and then pulling back up without letting your hands touch the ground. In order to do this exercise, make sure that you have a person who can hold down your legs, or you can stick your legs under a heavy object, such as a couch. And now the other exercise that you can do is at a gym, once again with a leg machine. This time you're laying on your belly and you're curling your legs up. Now, again, I love using the machine because you can add that weight and make it more difficult. If the Nordic curls are too easy, then one thing that I suggest trying is to start trying to lean forward with a straight body rather than bending at the hips. That will really challenge your hamstrings, or you can even add weight to hold on to. A piece of advice that I would give you guys is make sure you're keeping track of your progress. Progress is very important to help you motivate yourself and realize where you came from. Where did I start and where am I going? It's been a really good motivator for me to be like, oh my gosh, I started doing these with only 3 pounds, now I'm at 15 pounds and I can do them easy. I like to keep track of my progress on my phone just by writing in my notes where I started and where I am now, and adding the specific date I added the reps, so I see how long it took me to get from here to there and see where my struggle points are. Did I struggle more on my hamstring strength, on my quad strength? The next exercise is banded squats. This one targets your abductors. As you do this exercise, make sure that you're squatting as low as you can, keeping tension between the bands and doing small steps. Make sure you're also doing both sides, so you're going one direction facing one way and the other direction facing that same way, and that'll make sure you get both sides. The final exercise is releve lifts, and this is targeting your calves specifically. In your releve lifts, make sure that you're going through a full range of motion. That way you're getting the most out of the exercise. And again, if it's too easy, add weight. You know, I started with both feet doing the releve lifts at the same time, then I moved to 1 foot at a time, and then I started moving on to adding weight. Really keep track of that progress because it's very important to know where you came from and to help you keep that motivation. The mistake I made on my day one of these leg exercises was I set my weight and my reps on the first day. The thing was, I had never done these yet, so I didn't actually know where I was at and where I should have been starting. And let me just tell you, I regretted it the next few days, not being able to walk and being super sore. So on your day one, remind yourself that you need to do 3 sets, but when you're doing the reps, go to as high as you can where your muscles start to fatigue, but don't push yourself too far or else you will never want to do these exercises again. And once you're done with day one, make sure you keep track of how much you did so that next week you can come back and start there again until you get really good, and then start adding numbers, add weight, add bands, whatever you need to start challenging yourself after that. If you'd like to know what other exercises me and my husband have done, make sure to check out our video right here and comment down below your favorite leg workout.